Well, the reason that I started the whole PSA, Prom PSA project in the first place was I've been teaching here at the high school now 8 years. I've always been a big believer in you know, don't drink and drive. My dad used to really instill that with me. When I was a kid, he used to always tell me, you know, I'm gonna put your car on blocks if I ever find out you're drinking and driving, and it's something that's always carried with me.
It's my first year in newscast. Last year's PSA was pretty cool, so I was glad to be a part of it this year. I'm really happy to see how everyone could work together and make it happen. I think it's going to be really something special.
And while we were filming, it was really fun to get to know everyone better and hang out with everyone while we're filming, and all these police cars and fire trucks and everything is there. And it was so cool to have all the personnel there, but still have all your friends there that you're filming with. So it's not really boring or too serious, but you're having fun while you're filming.
I wanted to do something, you know, to help discourage kids, people in general, but kids especially, from making bad choices with alcohol. And so 7 years ago, after I'd been here for one full year, I started talking to students about it, about how, you know, I knew what we were doing for our openers was always a funny thing before the newscast, and we become real popular with that. But I thought, you know what if we shock everybody and we do something real powerful?
I thought it was a really cool experience. And it was kind of scary too, because you didn't know what's going to happen if your eyes were closed or something.
But it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. We were pretty excited to see the finished product. Like, we were waiting.
And it's
like,
really good. The video was really good. It's well planned and well thought out. Yeah.
When I was your age, that was everybody, well, not everybody, no one had anything, but
PSAs are usually just about like a student or their friends, or it just seems pretty localized to what PSAs are about or who they're about. So I thought that maybe we could show it from the perspective of a parent and also a first responder.
You guys are actors today.
Matt and Olivia.
Matt and Olivia. So you're playing Olivia, okay? Does that sound good? And you're playing Matt.
Okay. I like your headband.
All right. And this is Greg. He's playing the dad. Yep, he's gonna play the dad. We have this all drawn up. So this is how it starts, just so you guys see. So you guys are gonna be facing the house. Greg is gonna be kneeling down. And then Matt is on the right-hand side here. So Jake, you're gonna be over on this side. All right. And then Olivia is on the left side. He's gonna have your arms around you like that. He's gonna be looking back and forth at you. All right, we're gonna get shots like that. Then we're gonna move our cameras around to the front. You guys are gonna be in the same spots. He's gonna be looking back and forth at you saying, you guys ready? And you're both gonna go, yeah, like that. And he's gonna go, okay, go.
I'm like millions. We're like stars.
I really wanted a helicopter in this year. I kept saying, we need something big, we need something powerful. So we wanted a helicopter in. Tried through one place first, one organization, and then I sent something to Flight Care out of Saginaw, and they were really receptive. They seemed a little leery at first, and I sent along our PSA from last year. I sent that to them, and they really were impressed by that, really liked it. So they talked about it and everything. I explained what we needed, and next thing I knew, they were on board with us, and we coordinated and everything. The fire chief, Chief Carrington, he helped me so much with that, with getting it all set up and coordinated for the landing. Buddy, how fast can you get your drone set up? This is froze up.
So my role in the Prom PSA was I was the driver of the car in the second accident scene. It was really cool to be a part of it just because of the impact that it had on so many people last year, and hopefully the impact that it'll have on all the people this year. I'm not specifically seen in the PSA, but just being a part of it in general feels really good because you never know, you could save lives by doing something like this.
These are all carbon fiber. Wow. So then you can get
For me, I mean, the accident scene was pretty tough to film just because I had a lot of blood on me, but I really just acted dead the whole time, so it wasn't that hard. I think the toughest scene for me was the dinner scene just because it was like a lot of dialogue. And I mean, Greg's part was pretty intense, so I had to really act intrigued.
What do you think? And then it says you look great, so smile.
Yeah, there's a cut, so it goes.
Joey at some point. You can come
Yeah,
You can't be at the floor anyway.
Thursdays, yeah, realistic looking injuries.
Okay, I'm saying like, they come up here and like show me that I actually need to do
Yeah, let me see where we can go the other way.
What do you think? You look great, son.
The filming of the party scene for the PSA was really interesting because although it was something we needed to be serious for, we also did actually have fun while filming the scene itself. I offered to use my basement for the party scene, mostly just because it's a place where we filmed the Halloween opener there. It's just a really good area to show people having fun, and so it was pretty easy to do. And although we did run into a couple stressful things throughout the night, it was overall a really cool experience, and I think everybody had fun doing it.
Drink it! Ryan!
Making the call, tapping you. Don't have your foot on the brake. Keep it right in the center of this lane. You're going toward the curb. Go this way.
Can I push the car?
Here it goes. You want to have it in the middle of the road.
I played Matt. The point of the character, I think, in my opinion, was that even if you made the right decisions yourself, you need to make sure that no one else is going to drink and drive, and that it's also on you that happened. So just because I didn't make the decision to drink and drive, she still paid the consequences, and so did I, because I didn't stop Ryan. The toughest scene for me to film was the accident scene.
That was pretty tough.
I had to be distraught, and I was supposed to be trying to, make my way towards Olivia, and it's really hard to act like you're getting pushed back, and like I've never gone through an experience like losing a sibling or anything like that, so it was really hard for me to get into character and be like upset enough, but also loud and clear, like trying to say my lines. So it was really difficult.
Well, obviously it's an important message, something that we see firsthand. We never like dealing with kids, especially in accidents. So something like this, if we can help and make a difference by just somebody making a good choice, we're more than happy to do that. It's one of those calls that we never like to go on, don't want to go on. So if we can avoid that, that's all the better.
No, seriously, when I was in school like 750 years ago, we didn't have nearly the funding. I assume it's funding that you guys had. I mean, even just seeing the Macs in your rooms, I'm like, what? But aside from that, we were playing like Oregon Trail. That's what we were doing. But no, a buddy of mine was in audiovisual, and he, I used to always leave my 6th hour, I don't even remember what it was, and go visit him because my teacher didn't care. But anyway, don't do that. But, oh, you know what, I was in yearbook. But anyway, we had, so he was in audiovisual, and they would do, their reports and all that stuff. Like it was just it just looked so old school compared to what you guys have now. The fact that we show up and there's a drone in the air, like for instance, they didn't do anything like this scale that I recall, like nothing even close to this. So that's super cool that you guys get to do that.
We're a pretty big deal.
Yeah, you are. You're pretty.
I love Greg.
Greg's our dad. We love our dad.
We had, acting directors. We had costume directors. We had an executive assistant for myself, Casey. We had behind the scenes people like Karina. We had our camera people who were also maybe in charge of some of the media stuff. We had our liaisons for dealing with emergency personnel. We just had so many people involved with this. A lot of organizations obviously helping us out. I mean, if it weren't for the Fenton Fire Department, Fenton Police, STAT, EMS, I mean, they sent us four different ambulances the nights we needed them and just gave us the people to use. And the fire department gave us all these people, police did, Genesee County Sheriff's Department, Fenton Express Towing, Fenton Salvage. We had parents helping us out with stuff. FACT Committee, FACT, they are the reason we have all this great equipment, which is what makes it possible for us to even be able to produce high quality PSAs like this, as well as other productions. And they've been great about supporting us here at Fenton High School. The Smiths gave us their house to use for all those different scenes, and some nights we would take forever at their house. I'd feel so bad, you know. They'd leave the house and we'd be there, you know, taking over their house. So I still feel guilty about a couple of the nights. But really, if it weren't for all those people and helping out, we would never pull this off. And then my students, I mean, just amazing students. All the students who were involved in this, either as extras or helping with little things here and there, up to the people who were there constantly. You know, the producers who were there at every scene, who came in all, like I said, all the time at lunch, to sit down and talk about what do we need to do next, staying after school, coming in on a Sunday, you know, and working all day on a Sunday trying to get the editing done on this, or meeting on a Sunday night to try to refilm something, or the students that were getting the extras for us. Trenton got his niece a couple times and brought her out. You know, the poor baby we just keep handing her off to strangers. Here, we got to film this. But I mean, it took a lot of work, a lot of time to put this together, but it's been very rewarding. We've had some great contacts from people. You know, just some real nice compliments from parents, from emergency responders, from students. I think this one has hit more adults. Last year was more of a one that hit all ages. It seemed to. This year has definitely been more of more powerful, more of an impact on adults.